And we're live here. Welcome everybody on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're in the land, the gym here at Pacelli High School, St. Anne Pacelli Catholic High School, as they're hosting Southern Preparatory Academy out of Camp Hill, Alabama, and Harris County High School out of Hamilton, Georgia. We'll have a nice little wrestling match, little tri-match going on here. In just a moment, though, it's going to be senior night festivities, so we're going to be going through the seniors here for Pacelli, as well as the ring ceremony for the wrestling team as well. And Dave Platt will be manning all that, and you'll get to hear the legend on the mic here in just a moment as we get ready for some wrestling down here in the land at St. Anne Pacelli High School. Again, Pacelli, Southern Prep out of Camp Hill, and Harris County out of Hamilton, Georgia. And we'll be back in just a moment for the senior festivities here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Gear up for the holidays with great offers from Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Right now, get a new Chevy Silverado 4x4 Crew Cab, discounted up to $14,750 off MSRP. Or a new Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,000 off. And the new Chevy Equinox is up to $5,000 off. Plus, we'll make your season even brighter with no payments until April. Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Perdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3.
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Yeah, we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here, and I am with Terry Johnson and Terry Johnson Agency, one of the first sponsors I ever had when I started this endeavor over 4 years ago when I was doing it off my phone. I want to say thank you so much for believing in our vision of being able to serve the community, shine a light on all these athletes, all these programs. And Terry Johnson Agency, they've been serving the community for over 40 years. Home, auto, life, church. Terry Johnson's been helping my family and me specifically. He's my insurance agent. And I want to say thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Thrift, and I appreciate the opportunity that you gave me 4 years ago to come on board and to be an initial sponsor with you. And it's just been a good association with you and a pleasure to work with you, and look forward to a long association even further down the road.
No doubt about it. Again, serving the community for many years. You need a quote today, give them a call. Jeremy Crosby, his daughter Brooke, and of course, Mr. Terry. They're gonna make you feel at home. They're gonna take care of you. He's my insurance agent. It's Terry Johnson Agency, big supporter of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Gear up for the holidays with great offers from Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Right now, get a new Chevy Silverado 4x4 Crew Cab, discounted up to $14,750 off MSRP. Or a new Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,000 off. And the new Chevy Equinox is up to $5,000 off. Plus, we'll make your season even brighter with no payments until April. Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
It's here. Glenn Smith's closing out the year. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Terrains. New full-size GMC Sierras almost $15,000 off. New GMC Terrain Elevations as low as $289 per month. Or take advantage of 0% financing plus no payments until April of next year. Now is the time for end-of-year savings at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
And we're back here at the land in the gymnasium at St. Anne Pacelli Catholic High School as we're getting ready for the tri-match between Pacelli, Harris County, and Southern Prep. But beforehand, we're getting ready here, waiting on the seniors to get ready to have senior nights, as we'll also have ring ceremonies for the two-time state champions in the GIAA wrestling, St. Anne Pacelli Vikings. Dave Plato will be manning the festivities, being the master of ceremonies. And we're going to throw it over to him here in just a moment once we get ready for that. And you'll catch it all here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and we'll be back here in just a moment.
Good evening, administrators, faculty, coaches, parents, alumni, and friends. Most importantly, good evening to our student athletes. Tonight, we gather as a school community to give thanks to God and to recognize an extraordinary accomplishment. The St. Anne Pacelli wrestling team, back-to-back team state wrestling duels champions. At St. Anne Pacelli, athletics is an extension of our mission as a Catholic school. We strive to form young men and women who compete with strength, integrity, and faith. Scripture reminds us in 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24, run so as to win. This team ran its race the right way, with discipline, humility, and trust in God's plan. Winning a team state wrestling duels championship requires something special. It requires every weight class, every match, every point. And winning it back to back requires even more consistency, sacrifice, and a commitment to the team over the individual. These championships were not the result of one moment or one wrestler, but of a group of young men and young women who showed up every day for each other. Throughout both championship seasons, this team embodied the four core values of St. Anne Pacelli. Faith, trusting in God through preparation, competition, and adversity. Honesty, competing with integrity, owning results, and holding themselves accountable. Loyalty, putting the team first, supporting one another, and honoring this program. And respect for opponents, officials, coaches, and the tradition of St. Anne Pacelli wrestling. These values were evident not just on the mat, but in how this team represented our school everywhere they went. We thank the coaching staff for their leadership and commitment to developing both athletes and young men and women of character. We thank the parents and families for the countless sacrifices, support, and prayers that made this possible. And we thank the administration and school community for continuing to support a program rooted in faith and excellence. We now present the symbol of this achievement. This ring represents the second of 2 seasons of hard work, perseverance, and unity, and the legacy of a team that rose to the challenge together. As each team member's name is called, please step forward to be recognized for your participation in the back-to-back Team State Wrestling Duels Championship team. Judd Allen, River Anderson, Jose Aerti, Henry Blickon, Devin Branch, Dylan Brannon, Sean Brannon, Edith Burgers, Jake Carpenter, Sophia Shervinack, John Ducote, Michael Ducote, Zachary Elliott, Zach Farmer, James Hogan, Jay Lane, Uriah Mazik, Parker Mertens, Edward Montas, Jason Nelson, Nicholas Nugent, Grace Rogers, Justin Sanchez, Skylar Sanchez, Holden Sanders, Andrew Scott, Ian Wiley. The managers, Addie Coley, Grace Diaz, Lana Rogers, Ann Young, and the coaching staff. Coach Adrian Anderson, Coach Noah Nugent, Coach Lawrence Nugent, and manager coach Darlene Nugent. We would now like to recognize our individual state champions whose accomplishments further reflect the excellence of this program. Parker Mertens, winner of his second individual state wrestling championship in the 138-pound weight class. Nicholas Nugent, winner of his first individual state wrestling championship in the 132-pound weight class. Grace Rogers, winner of her first girls individual state wrestling championship in the 145-pound weight class. Sophia Shervinack, winner of her third girls individual state wrestling championship in the 135-pound weight class. Jackie Ringrose, winner of her first girls individual state wrestling championship in the 115-pound weight class. Please join us in congratulating these athletes on their outstanding individual achievements. Now, as you wear this ring and recall these championships, remember the work done when no one was watching, the teammates who stood beside you, the faith that guided you, and the standard you have set for future Vikings. You didn't just win championships, you honored God, your school, and one another. Congratulations to the St. Anne Pacelli wrestling team, back-to-back Team State Wrestling Duels champions. May God continue to bless you in all that you do.
Private boarding and day school out there in Alabama. A lot of kids with parents across the country here for this boarding school, and hopefully they're able to tune in here, watch the boys come out here and the lady watch wrestle as they take on these two-time defending state champs in the GIAA St. Anne Pacelli Vikings here at the land at Pacelli High School. As they get ready and warmed up, we'll get ready and we'll have some action for you here in just a moment. And you'll hear from us in just a second on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Gear up for the holidays with great offers from Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Right now, get a new Chevy Silverado 4x4 Crew Cab, discounted up to $14,750 off MSRP. Or a new Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,000 off. And the new Chevy Equinox is up to $5,000 off. Plus, we'll make your season even brighter with no payments until April. Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Yeah, we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this.
And it all adds up to one membership, the Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your dream home. G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Is here. Glenn Smith's closing out the year. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Terrains. New full-size GMC Sierras almost $15,000 off. New GMC Terrain Elevations as low as $289 per month. Or take advantage of 0% financing plus no payments until April of next year. Now is the time for end-of-year savings at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
I stand alone with fire inside, with passion burning in my veins.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
And we're back here at St. Anne Pacelli Catholic High School in the land, in the gymnasium. Getting ready squad out here today to take on the two-time reigning state champs in the GIAA. You see them start to huddle up and get ready after stretching and warming up. Get that little bit of blood flowing. Earlier on, you heard the ring festivities, the ring ceremony by Mr. Dave Plata, local legend, able to do that here for the Vikings. And after we just got done, we saw Harris County's varsity, but I've yet to see any of their JV wrestle. We've watched them a few times so far this year, including this past Saturday when we were at the city championships at Columbus High School. That was a fun-filled event full of a whole lot of great action and a whole lot of great athletes. We're hoping to see more of that today here. I got Ricky Rogers running the show here with me. I'm Mike Frost on the call here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I want to thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Coca-Cola, and Houston Clinic, for all that they do to make sure that we're able to bring these broadcasts to you guys, you parents that can't make it to the matches, can't make it to the ball games. That's what we're here for, to make sure these kids get shown and for y'all to be able to watch it if y'all can't make it, as you see them praying in the circle now. And we'll be getting ready here in just a moment, I'm sure, after this one breaks. And got some fun stuff going on coming up. You hear them break the huddle now. We'll be ready to get ready for some wrestling here. See who's starting off for Pacelli. I know we flipped earlier and it was going to be the 215 starting, but with the fact that Southern Prep has so few wrestlers, not sure if we're going to start just lower bottom or just start from the top and go from there. But I know when we go full roster, we'll start with the 215 weight class and then go to 285 and then start back at 106 and go up from there. Again, earlier you heard it where they named out the 5 individual state champs, including one female wrestler for Pacelli that is a 3-time state champion, looking to get 4 this year. You see the official coming out to the mat. So we're going to get to see Sophia Shervanak going against Janet Montgomery of Southern Prep. And that'll be in the 138 weight class. I believe Sophia Shervanak is the 3-time state champion in the GIAA for Pacelli. Going against Janet Montgomery out of Camp Hill in Southern Prep. Yeah, and we're just going to kind of try to match them up here and wrestle here, and at least on this first one with Southern Prep here. Like I said, just 6 wrestlers on the squad. There was no sense, Coach said, in going through the full 14 weight classes and having all the forfeits and everything involved. But we're going to start off here. Like I said, we're going to see Janet Montgomery from Southern Prep going up against Sophia Shervanak of St. Anne Pacelli High School. As now we're kicking this thing off, we get to see these two ladies wrestle. Janet Montgomery, also the coach's daughter. Shervanack, 3 points in the takedown, and another 3 there to make it 6-1, I believe, after the 1-point escape by Montgomery. Got another escape by Janet Montgomery there. Should make it 6-2. Them going at it now, just about 45 seconds into the match. Montgomery holding her own against a 3-time state champ, but that's another 3 points going to Shervanack, making it 9-2 now with about a minute remaining in the first period. And another escape point, and Janet Montgomery makes it 9-3. As Shervanack lets her up off the floor. And another 3 on another takedown and control, making it 12-3 now with 45 seconds left in the first period. Seems like Shervanack's strategy right now is to try to, if she can't get the pinfall, to try and let her up. Let her get those escape points and keep racking. Montgomery trying to make it out of this one. That'll be the end of the first period there. 12-3, Shervanack up top right now. And Montgomery chooses to go on top, and Shervanack will be in defensive position to start the second period now. 12-3 in favor of Shervanack. Again, the 3-time state champion in the GIAA. We got locking the hands on Montgomery, so that's 1 more point going to Shervanack, making it 13-3. Just 2 seconds into the second period. Shervanack able to escape and get the hands out from around her from Montgomery. Make it 14-3 now. Give her an 11-3 advantage. 11-point advantage, sorry. Got another takedown there by Shervanack, making it 17-3 as she's trying to roll Montgomery onto her back, and she's able to do so. Almost getting that left shoulder down, but Montgomery keeping those hips turned, trying to avoid the pinfall here with 1:20 left in the second period. Shervanack trying to walk her over. Montgomery keeping those hips turned and avoiding. And it's a 4-point near fall, making it 21-3, giving Shervanack the technical fall and the victory. 21-3 over Janet Montgomery to start things off here between the St. Anne Pacelli Vikings and Southern Prep. Shervanack showing why she is the 3-time defending state champ. Just basically controlling that entire match. The 3 lone points by Montgomery coming from being able to let her up on escape points and trying to get an immediate takedown. Gain control, get 3 points every time. But now we got the next match coming up. I believe we're going to start. It's going to be the 120 weight class. We'll get to see Lyle Capone from Southern Prep taking on James Hogan of St. Anne Pacelli now. As we get ready to start this one off. Three points. Goes to Hogan on the takedown. And 1 more point on the escape by Capone. 3 more points going to Hogan to make it 6-1. 3 more for Hogan, and 1 more point on the escape by Capone. And now it goes to 9-2 here with 125 and counting in the first period. 3 more going to Hogan now to make it 12-2. Coming out aggressive here. Hogan usually wrestling at 113, coming up a class to be able to take on Capone. Under a minute to go here in the first period. 12-2 Hogan over Capone. Capone trying to stay out of trouble here, but a little slight. Hogan trying to get him over on his backside. Has that leg wrapped up underneath the left leg of Capone right now, trying to get those shoulder blades onto the ground. So far, Capone able to fight it off and keep that right shoulder off and rolls over to his front side. But it's 4 points in the near fall for Hogan. Hogan 1 point away from getting a technical fall here. 16-2 with 20 seconds left to go in the first period. 1 point on the escape by Capone makes it 16-3 now as we're down to around 10 seconds left to go in the first period. One more takedown ought to do it. And that will. That'll make it 19-3 with 4 seconds left in the first period. James Hogan wins by technical fall, 19-3. There's 2 victories thus far by technical fall by both the Pacelli Vikings, both Sophia Shervinack and James Hogan. I believe that'll bring us up to the 126 weight class. We'll see which 2 are checking in right now. If it is the 126, I believe it is. It should be Nick Izzo going against Pierce Donovan. They're going to make it a 132 match since Pierce Donovan's at 132. Nick Izzo usually wrestles 126, but they're just trying to get in wrestlers wherever they can, make sure somebody matches up somewhere. Izzo showing some speed there. So is Donovan. 3 points on the takedown by Donovan, though, for Pacelli. But Izzo now starting to roll Donovan over onto that backside. Got a hold of that left leg now. 2 points on the reversal by Izzo as he's in control now. Donovan trying to keep that shoulder off the mat, but Izzo starting to really work him. And pinfall. Nick Izzo gets the victory there by pinfall over Pierce Donovan. Big victory there by Southern Prep. Nick Izzo coming out wrestling a weight class up and getting the victory in the first period, just 36 seconds in with a pinfall there for the young man out of Camp Hill, Alabama. Coming up next should be the 138 weight class now. And I believe we'll see John Hollister out of Southern Prep taking on Michael Loomis for St. Anne Pacelli Catholic High School. Pacelli in the navy blue and the red. 3 points going to Hollister there on the takedown and taking control. Southern Prep in the dark blue with the gold lettering. They both end up outside the circle. They'll restart again in the center here. 3-0 in favor of John Hollister out of Southern Prep over Michael Loomis for the Vikings. Loomis will start off in defensive position after resetting here in the center. Hollister staying on top of him now. Getting control of that right side there. He's got both. He had both the arm and the leg there for a second, trying to run him over there and walk him over to his backside. Now Loomis getting underneath the right leg of Hollister. Trying to reverse fortune a little bit here. As you see him trying to walk him over there with about 1:05 left to go here in the first period. Good tough match going on here. Hollister trying to maintain control over Loomis as Loomis has him behind both of his legs. And we get 2 points on the reversal by Loomis. And then another 2 point reversal there for Hollister as he ends up right back on top to make it 5-2 with about 37 seconds and counting here in the first period. And he's got Loomis in trouble, keeping that right foot, that left foot now inside the circle. And they'll end up outside the circle having to reset as Loomis saved by it, but it's 4 points going to Hollister to make it 9-2 on the near fall. Couldn't keep that foot inside the circle there, had the momentum going. 29 seconds left in the first period. Loomis starting off in defensive position against Hollister. Hollister on top has a hold of that left leg. Loomis trying to work things back over in his advantage here. But Hollister staying on top of him, trying to work him over and get that left shoulder down, but Loomis keeping his hips turned and able to get out of it at the end of the first period. 3 points going to Hollister there to make it 12-2 through the first period. Some aggressiveness by the young man out of Southern Prep. He's got the right leg of Loomis now, trying to work him over. On that backside, 3 more points going to Hollister there to make it 15-2 to start off the second period. Loomis trying to battle his way back out of it here. And he ends up reversing him on there, getting on top. And he's got Loomis on the ground. Loomis trying to fight out of it. Pinfall. John Hollister with the victory over Michael Loomis. 1:20 left in the second period. Another tough match there between two young men. Hollister was leading the charge up 15-2, just 2 points away from what could have been a technical fall. Got the pinfall. It's like now we'll go to the 144 weight class. It'll be Michael Ducati of St. Anne Pacelli going against Kane Bauermeister for Southern Prep. Got 3 points as Ducati takes control there and works his way back around, gets back on top of Bauermeister. Trying to work up under, get that arm and try to work him over to his backside. And 1 point for Bauermeister on the escape as Ducati lets him go. Bauermeister trying to keep that lower leverage and get down to the ground with Ducati, but unable to get up underneath him. Giving Ducati the 6 points. Ducati trying to roll Bauermeister over onto those shoulder blades to get the pinfall here as he's just laying on top of him, and he's got it. 44 seconds into the match. Michael Ducati gets the pinfall in 44 seconds. That'll bring up the last match between these two teams here as we go to the heavyweight division, 285. We have Liam Lurch for St. Anne Pacelli taking on Braylon Harris for Southern Prep. As both those young men will check in now. So we started off with 2 technical falls for St. Anne Pacelli to start this thing off between the females starting off. And then once we went to the men, James Hogan was able to get the technical fall over Lyle Capone. Then 2 pinfalls going Southern Prep's way with Nick Izzo and John Hollister. And then finally going back to Pacelli's side with Michael Ducati getting the pinfall in the first period against Kane Bauermeister. Now we've got 285 coming up now with Liam Lurch for St. Anne Pacelli, Braylon Harris for Southern Prep, the 285 weight class. And here we go. Is this the last match between these two teams before we get ready to see the next here in this tri-match between these two schools and Harris County High School's junior varsity squad. Trying to feel each other out here. Lurch seeming to get more of the leverage here, staying a little bit lower than Braylon Harris. Braylon Harris kind of staying a little bit high there, but finally gets up underneath a little bit. Biggest part about wrestling at 285 is you don't want to be the one to go to the ground. Whoever goes to the ground usually ends up losing because it's hard to get 285 pounds off of you. And you see Harris still kind of keeping that's almost standing straight up, but it seems like every time Lurch tries to make a move, Harris is quick enough to get on him. And that time he gets 3 points and a takedown. So Braylon Harris, 3-0 now over Liam Lurch. And now he's working his way back on top, but Lurch able to get onto his front side and avoid a possible pinfall. But Harris staying on top of him now. He's got a hold of that left leg, one hand over the back of the neck right now, trying to keep Lurch in a bad position. Because now he's working him over on that cradle, get him on the backside. Harris has Lurch on the ground now. Lurch trying to keep that left shoulder off the ground with the hips turned. Harris just keeping that weight on top of him. Pinfall. Braylon Harris with the win over Liam Lurch. Good match between those two. 1:48 in, and that'll at the end towards the end of the first period. So we've seen 2 technical falls and a pinfall go towards Pacelli's way. 3 pinfalls go towards Southern Prep. Next, we'll have another wrestler going on here. As we'll see Janet Montgomery come back out at the 138 weight class. She'll be taking on Jameson McWilliams for St. Anne Pacelli. So Janet Montgomery getting in a little bit of double work here for Southern Prep. I guess when you're the coach's daughter, there's no slack no slack given. Let her get out there twice. She lost by a technical fall earlier, 21-3 to Sophia Shervanack. Hoping for a little bit of a better outcome here against Jameson McWilliams for St. Anne Pacelli. Jameson McWilliams getting around on the backside, getting her down for 3 points, trying to work her over. McWilliams showing a lot of speed there. Able to sprawl around on top of Montgomery. You hear them trying to instruct her on what the next move is. She looks back. Montgomery able to get back over onto her front side here, 40 seconds into the match. McWilliams trying to maintain control and find some way to get Montgomery over. She's trying to work up underneath that left arm. Now working her over to the right arm. Montgomery's trying to get out of it. But McWilliams trying to get her over on her backside. And Montgomery just goes back to the front side there to lay it down and kind of get a little bit of a reset here. Is it still 3-0 for McWilliams? And she's trying to work her way back. Now Montgomery reaching back for that right leg. Let's go of it. Oh, now Montgomery, after a little slip up there by McWilliams, gets the reversal and 2 points. Now working her way on top of McWilliams. Just one slight slip up there by Jameson McWilliams caused Montgomery to be able to roll over. Now McWilliams running her way back on top, trying to get it. And she gets the 2 points on the reversal to go back in front to end the first period. Was working on getting the pinfall there, but the time ran out. So Montgomery takes the top. That puts McWilliams in defensive position. take a second here to wipe whatever McWilliams saw on the mat off the mat. And here we go to start the second period here with McWilliams underneath, but she works her way back on top, getting the reversal and taking the 7-4 lead. She tries to get underneath the right arm of Montgomery, trying to work her way over. Montgomery reaching back around the back of McWilliams, trying to roll her over onto her side, get another reversal here. 9-4 now for McWilliams with 1:30 left in the second period. And we got a warning on Montgomery for stalling. And now McWilliams working herself underneath that left arm. Now working her way back over to the right, trying to find some kind of way to get up underneath Montgomery and roll her over on her backside. Now, this time she almost got to it, but she's got underneath that arm. Montgomery trying to keep her hips flipped. McWilliams now working her way over to the other side there, trying to get up underneath her. Can't do so. Montgomery trying to defend here. Still down 9-4, under 40 seconds left in the period. She tried to work her way up, but McWilliams staying right on top of her. Up underneath her again on the left side. 2 points going to McWilliams. You see Montgomery trying to work her way back around that back of the neck of McWilliams there. But that gives McWilliams a little bit of an opening to get up underneath her, but Montgomery trying to keep her hips flipped. McWilliams walking her over, trying to get that right shoulder down on the mat. And that's going to be time at the end of the second period. Another 4 points going to McWilliams to make it 15-4 after the near fall there. So that gives her an 11-point advantage to start off the third period. McWilliams in defensive position, trying to get another reversal here and get on top. And she's doing so right there. 2 points, giving her 17-4. Montgomery trying to keep her hips flipped, but McWilliams trying to roll her over onto that right side. We saw it this way ending the second period. McWilliams able to get right back in that same position to start the third on the reversal. Just 30 seconds into the third period here. And now she's starting to work her way over there, wearing Montgomery down, but it looks like Montgomery might be unable to fend this one off as McWilliams staying on top of her, but Montgomery able to keep that shoulder up. Now working her left shoulder, trying to keep from getting it there, keeping her hips flipped, trying to roll over on her side. And another 4-point near fall for McWilliams, making it 21-4. As she gets a technical fall to end the match. 21-4, 105 left in the third period. And that'll be the end of the match between Southern Prep and St. Anne Pacelli. And with that, we'll get ready for the next match here as they shake hands, and we'll be back here in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Gear up for the holidays with great offers from Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Right now, get a new Chevy Silverado 4x4 Crew Cab, discounted up to $14,750 off MSRP. Or a new Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,000 off. And the new Chevy Equinox is up to $5,000 off. Plus, we'll make your season even brighter with no payments until April. Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3.
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
There we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership, the Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
What's up, everyone? Thrift Behringer here, and I am with Terry Johnson and Terry Johnson Agency, one of the first sponsors I ever had when I started this endeavor over 4 years ago when I was doing it off my phone. I want to say thank you so much for believing in our vision of being able to serve the community, shine a light on all these athletes, all these programs. And Terry Johnson Agency, they've been serving the community for over 40 years. Home, auto, life, church. Terry Johnson's been helping my family and me specifically. He's my insurance agent. And I want to say thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, Thrift, and I appreciate the opportunity that you gave me 4 years ago to come on board and to be an initial sponsor with you. And it's just been a good association with you and a pleasure to work with you, and look forward to a long association even further down the road.
No doubt about it. Again, serving the community for many years. You need a quote today, give them a call. Jeremy Crosby, his daughter Brooke, and of course, Mr. Terry. They're going to make you feel at home. They're going to take care of you. He's my insurance agent. It's Terry Johnson Agency, big supporter of Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Gear up for the holidays with great offers from Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Right now, get a new Chevy Silverado 4x4 Crew Cab, discounted up to $14,750 off MSRP. Or a new Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,000 off. And the new Chevy Equinox is up to $5,000 off. Plus, we'll make your season even brighter with no payments until April. Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love, for the farsighted, nearsighted, for introverts and extroverts, for the thinkers and the doers, for old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
And we're back here at the Land Gymnasium at St. Anne Pacelli Catholic High School. Here's the next match we're going to have here in this tri-match. It's going to be Southern Prep's going to go again. This time they're going to take on the Harris County High School junior varsity squad. I believe we're just going to have 5 matches this time. I don't believe Harris County brought any of the females here for Janet Montgomery to wrestle, so we're just going to see 5 of the matches between some of the boys here. And after that, we're going to get to the senior night festivities. Will be after this match, before we get to the Harris County St. Anne Pacelli match coming up afterwards. As we saw it last time, here's this last match we had. 1, 2, 3 technical falls going towards Pacelli, St. Anne Pacelli's way, and getting 1 pinfall as well. Southern Prep was able to get 3 pinfalls of their own. Didn't really keep team score as usual there. Like I said, it's a smaller school in Southern Prep, so they just kind of went and tried to make sure they could match up where they could. Probably going to do the same thing with this match, not really do a team score. We'll wait until the Pacelli Harris County one is probably going to be the team score going to be kept up with here, even though it is the junior varsity squad out of Harris County, as the varsity team is getting ready for region duels on Thursday up at Stars Mill High School for the Harris County Tigers. And while they're stretching it up, Before this match starts, we'll go ahead and take us another little break here as we get ready. And we'll see you in just a moment here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Is here. Glenn Smith's closing out the year. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Terrains. New full-size GMC Sierras almost $15,000 off. New GMC Terrain Elevations as low as $289 per month. Or take advantage of 0% financing plus no payments until April of next year. Now is the time for end-of-year savings at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
And we're back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC, Houston Clinic, and Coca-Cola for helping us bring these broadcasts to you guys while you're out there, either having to work, can't make it to the ball game, out of town, whatnot, but you're able to watch your kids or watch your nephew or watch your grandkids. Whether it's wrestling, we've covered football, we've covered flag, we've covered volleyball, softball, basketball, wrestling. We're going to try to make it to every single type of sporting event we can to be able to showcase these young kids and these young student athletes as they try to go on to the next level, whether it's to play at the next level or just get in those scholarships and make it to college or get into the real world. Either way, these kids work their tails off year round, so we want to make sure they get all the recognition they deserve. As we're getting ready, here's the upcoming matches. We'll see Southern Preparatory Academy out of Camp Hill, Alabama, established in 1898. Just going through a little bit of a rebrand, changed the name not too long ago. It's a private boarding and day school in Camp Hills. They'll take on Harris County's junior varsity. We'll see 5 matches upcoming here. As like I said earlier, we got to see Janet Montgomery for Southern Prep wrestle twice against 2 Lady Vikings for St. Anne Pacelli, but Harris County didn't bring any females today, so she'll get a little bit of a break after wrestling twice the first go round. And now we'll get Harris County getting ready. We'll see which weight class and which 2 are checking in. I know for Southern Prep, we're going to see Lyle Capone. We're just going to see who Harris County chooses to match him up with to start this one off. Again, Harris County bringing their junior varsity squad down here. A little bit of a talking to the coach before the match, a little bit of a last-minute decision considering they got region duels coming up 2 days up at Stars Mill, hoping to overtake Central Carrollton High School out of Carrollton, Georgia, as they've won state twice in the last 3 years. The start of this match here. Yet to find out who's wrestling for Harris County, but 3 points going to him to start off this match. And a quick pinfall there with 1:44 left in the first period. Lyle Capone gets the pinfall. A little 16-second victory there for Harris County. Again, not sure who that was, and my apologies as far as who came out to wrestle. I believe it was possibly Louis Valentine that came out and got the 16-second pinfall. So quick work by the young Harris County Tiger over Lyle Capone. And next we'll have Nick Izzo coming out. We saw him put on a strong showing his first match, getting the pinfall over Pierce Donovan, or Donovan Pierce out of Pacelli. This will be the 126 weight class. I believe we're going to see, if I'm not mistaken, it's possibly Jeff Knowlton. We don't see anything on the scoreboard regarding which names. Wasn't able to get with the Harris County coach beforehand to find out which 5 wrestlers he was going to throw out there. But 30 seconds into the first period, it's still 0-0 now. And a pickup and a takedown. Let's see if he's able to gain control and get to 3 points. Nothing yet. Looks like Knowlton able to keep control of that right leg of Izzo, not allowing Izzo to get the points on the takedown and taking control with just about a minute left here in the first period. Izzo trying to work his way around, able to spin and get back on top of Knowlton. Now he's trying to, Izzo spins and now he's trying to get on top of Knowlton, but Knowlton able to work his way back around. Again, still 0-0, but now it's 3 points going to Harris County and Jeff Knowlton. But Izzo still fighting his way to try to get Knowlton down to the ground. And Izzo gets the 2 points on the reversal to make it 3-2 now. Jeff Knowlton still on top with about 4 seconds and counting towards the end of this first period. And that's going to be it as we get time. And 4 points on the near fall for Izzo. So Izzo, after that one, takes a 6-3 advantage over Jeff Knowlton. As we start this second period in neutral position, both standing. Jeff Knowlton of Harris County in the black and the yellow. Nick Izzo of Southern Prep out of Camp Hill in the navy and the gold. Knowlton working his way back around to get on top of Izzo there, getting the 3 points to tie it up at 6-6. Izzo able to work his way out of it to stay out of the pin, but still 4 points. Goes to Jeff Knowlton to get the near fall, making it 10-6 now. And 1 point going to Izzo. Technical foul on Knowlton. Right now it's 10-6 after the near fall. I'm sorry, 11-6. Scores table over there just a little bit behind. Not sure if they saw the official give the signal earlier. And we've got a reversal there. 2 more points going to Izzo. And 4 points now after the near fall, going to Izzo, and then 2 points on the reversal by Knowlton. Makes it now 13-8. 50 seconds left in the second period. Knowlton trying to walk his way on top of Izzo now. Izzo trying to battle out of it, make sure he doesn't get the pinfall. Keeping his hips turned, trying to keep those shoulder blades off, but Knowlton gets the pinfall. Another victory by Harris County Tiger there with 37 seconds left in the second period. Jeff Knowlton comes out at 126 and takes down Nick Izzo, who had a pinfall earlier against St. Anne Pacelli's Donovan Pierce. Now we'll move up to the next one. I believe it'll be the 138 weight class. I know we're going to have John Hollister for Southern Prep. Not sure yet who we're going to have for Harris County. I'm judging by the junior varsity roster. At 138, they have listed John Dean, so I'm assuming that's who they'll have wrestling here against John Hollister. So we got 3 points to start things off for Harris County there, and then an escape by Hollister. Hollister able to work his way on top, get control, get 3 points, make it to 4-3. And then he immediately gives up the escape there to even things back up at 4-4 with 120 left in the first period. 3 points on the takedown there. And 1 more point with the escape to make it 7-5. 105 left in the first period now. With the scores table again, missed another point there by the official. Should be 7-5 after that escape, but it's 3 more points. Going to, I'm assuming, John Dean for Harris County. Now with 10 points and about 35 seconds left, he's trying to roll Hollister over on his backside. Hollister able to defend it. Dean stays on top of him now. See Hollister trying to roll out of that one and get Dean over on his backside and trying to get out of it and get a reversal there, but unable to do so. Goes to his front side now with Dean still on top of him and a 10-5 lead for the Harris County Tiger here. And that's going to be the end of the first period. 10-5 in favor of the young Harris County Tiger, and they'll start the second period off in neutral position. Gets a hold of his right leg, does Hollister. Dean gets a hold of his right leg as they're both trying to battle to figure out who's going to get control here and get the 3 points and the takedown. He's working his way on top of him is Hollister. Now he's up underneath him with his arms. He's going to try to roll Dean over onto his backside now. Ben Campo, sorry. So I've gotten it wrong this entire time. Like I said, I don't have anything listed on the scores table. So it's Ben Campo wrestling against John Hollister. So Campo with a 13-5 lead, closing in on 105 left in the second period. Leaving that left leg inside the center. And now they'll have to reset as they both go out of bounds outside the ring. 51 seconds left in the second period. They'll start things back off neutral again, I believe. According to the official, 13-6 in favor of Campo over John Hollister of Southern Prep. Gets up underneath, but Hollister able to defend it, but still 3 points and the takedown, 16-6 in favor of Ben Campo. Ten-point advantage, 30 seconds left in the second period. You see Hollister trying to get a reversal of fortune here as he gets the 2 points, making it 16-8. Getting on top of Campo and trying to walk him over, but Campo keeping his hips turned, trying to avoid the pinfall and keep that right shoulder off the mat. 10 seconds left in the period. If he can hold on for just 6 seconds and counting and let the bell save him here. Hollister trying to walk him over. Campo keeping that elbow up, kept the shoulder off the ground. 4 points going to Hollister on the near fall to make it 16-12 as we get ready to start this third period. So we're going to start the third period off neutral again. 2 minutes left in this match. An active match between Ben Campo and John Hollister. Ben, 3 points in the takedown to make it 19-12 now. An active match like this, you can start to see the grappling starting to take its toll a little bit here as both kids are looking a little bit tired, but Campo still in control over Hollister. He's got a hold of that left arm there. Got his left leg up under there, trying to whip Hollister over on his backside. Ends up back up on top of him here with about 45 seconds left. 2 more points going to Campo there to make it 21-12 as we're closing in on about 35 seconds and counting to go in the match. Ben Campo with a 9-point lead over John Hollister of Southern Prep. Got a hold of that left arm with his left leg wrapped around, trying to work Hollister over onto that backside. 15 seconds left in the match, now 10. Still 21-12. Looks like Campo's going to be able to come out of this with a major decision, and he'll do so. 21-12. Major decision going to Campo. So that's 3 victories so far for the Harris County Tigers. To start this one off is the next one coming up. I believe it'll be the 144 weight class. As we have Kane Bauermeister for Southern Prep. And we'll see who we'll have coming out here for Harris County. They haven't been putting the names up on the scoreboard like they did the first match, so I'm not sure who's actually wrestling. Luckily, I had a parent come and let me know about the last one because I was getting it wrong completely, just judging by the weight class until I was notified of who the actual wrestler was. The Logan Reinersman of Harris County going against Kane Bauermeister of Southern Prep. Be the 144 weight class. 15 seconds in now. Harris County hoping to try and get what could be a clean sweep here. Got 3 points on the takedown there. Another 3 there. 1 point after the initial escape by Bauermeister. But Logan Reinersman staying on top of him here. 6-1 with 1:20 left in the first period. Trying to work his way up underneath him. Getting over on that right side, trying to roll him, but he ends up back on top. As Bauermeister tried to defend being rolled over there. But now Reinersman's got a hold of that left arm. Now working the left side, the right side. Back on top here. 35 seconds left in the first period. Still 6-1. Staying on top of Bauermeister is Reinersman of Harris County. And this is Harris County's junior varsity squad coming down here today as their varsity team's getting ready for region duels and Stars Mill in 2 days. Reinersman working him over onto that backside there. 5 seconds left in the first period. Bauermeister trying to avoid the pin and keep those hips flipped. And he was saved by the clock there. As Reinersman had gotten in great position and had Bauermeister down on the ground, on the mat. Just before he could get the pinfall, time ran out. So we'll start the second period here. 10-1 after the near fall by Reinersman. He got 4 more points to end the first period as he'll start off in defensive position to begin the second period. Going for the cradle there, and he gets him down on the ground. Another 2 points and a reversal to make it 12-1. Over 30 seconds into the second period here now is Reinersman in control of the match so far over Bauermeister. 12-1. Trying to find a way to get underneath that arm and roll Bauermeister over onto his back. And the referee's going to stop there. 1 point going. 1 point going to Bauermeister there after the technical foul on Reinersman as he came just a little bit too hard across that head, trying to get underneath Bauermeister. Still 12-2, 106. We'll start off with Bauermeister in defensive position here at the 144 weight class. He's got the left arm of Bauermeister now, does Reinersman. Trying to roll him over onto that backside. He's able to get there. Pinfall. 45 seconds left in the second period. Another victory there for the young Harris County Tigers junior varsity squad. Getting the pinfall with 45 seconds left in the second period. So now that's going to bring us to the heavyweight match. 285. The final bout of this match. It'll be Braylon Harris of Southern Prep going against Trey Anderson of Harris County. Braylon Harris able to get a pinfall earlier tonight against Liam Lurch of St. Anne Pacelli. As Southern Prep has lost 3 of the matches so far by pinfall and 1 by a major decision. So they're looking to get Braylon Harris hoping to get 1 victory out of this match there tonight between Southern Prep and Harris County. Trey Anderson hoping to get the clean sweep here. Braylon Harris still playing high, but very quick and very strong. That seems to be kind of his MO. Let the other guy try to shoot and then defend it and get down on top of him, as now he's got on top of Trey Anderson. Worked his way on top, 3 points, gets the takedown and control. Now 3-0 with 40 seconds into the first period of the match. Trey Anderson trying to fight his way out of it here as Braylon Harris is trying to roll him over onto his side. Up underneath his left arm now, trying to work up underneath the right one as well. And just try to walk him over. Trey Anderson doing a good job of trying to defend here. He's got a hold of that right leg, that left leg now, trying to keep him from getting able to roll him over there. He's got a hold of that left leg and not letting go of Braylon Harris's leg now. It's Trey Anderson trying to keep it from getting flipped now. 15, 12 seconds left in the first period. Now he's got both feet of Braylon Harris. And he gets 2 points on the reversal to end the first period to make it 3-2. Last second reversal to end that period by Trey Anderson, as he was able to battle there after getting taken to the ground by Braylon Harris. Keep a hold of his legs. So go back to neutral again here as the official blows the whistle. Again, Braylon Harris with that unorthodox standing position. Now Trey Anderson trying to get a hold of the legs of Braylon Harris, but he's able to sprawl out. He's still able to get that right leg of Harris as Trey Anderson. And he's starting to roll him over there. Gets Harris onto his backside. 3 points on the takedown by Trey Anderson. As he takes the lead now, 1:15 left in the second period, 5-3. He's got the left hand of Harris. But Harris gets up, and then Anderson taking him back to the ground again, getting back on top of him with his hand under that left arm, trying to flip him over onto his side. Harris able to keep his hips down low and flip to stay down on that front side and avoid being turned over. As he's got that left arm getting up underneath him, he's trying to roll Harris over, is Trey Anderson. Anderson keeping his hips flipped, trying to avoid the pinfall here. Harris avoiding the pinfall as Trey Anderson is trying to walk him over. Getting that left shoulder down to the ground now as both of them with his feet still in the circle. And pinfall. 12 seconds left in the second period. Another victory for the young Harris County Tigers junior varsity squad with Trey Anderson getting the pinfall. 4 pinfalls and 1 major decision as Harris County sweeps it on this one. As we get ready, we're going to have senior night festivities coming up here in just a moment. And then after that, we'll get ready for the match between the Harris County Tigers and the St. Anne Pacelli Vikings here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers,
Right now, get a new Chevy Silverado 4x4 Crew Cab, discounted up to $14,750 off MSRP. Or a new Chevy Traverse, discounted up to $6,000 off. And the new Chevy Equinox is up to $5,000 off. Plus, we'll make your season even brighter with no payments until April. Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Please direct your attention. Yeah. Please direct your attention to the center of the land, where we will now recognize our senior wrestlers and athletic trainers and celebrate their dedication, growth, and contributions to our Viking athletics program. Our first senior is Jose Ayerdi. Jose escorted this evening by his parents, Juan and Claudia Ayerdi. Jose enjoys music, games, and MMA, and has been a dedicated member of our Vikings wrestling program. His favorite memories include the times Jake and Edwin bought tropical smoothie after weigh-ins, along with winning the regional last year. After graduation, Jose plans to attend college, possibly the University of Georgia, and study medicine or law. His advice to younger teammates: keep your head level and take care of your teammates. Jose Ayerdi. Up next is Henry Blickon, who's being escorted by his mom, Carrie Sloan. Henry's participated in cross country, wrestling, and track and field. Outside of athletics, he enjoys fixing up classic trucks. His favorite memories include going to nationals and wrestling in front of his dad, as well as fighting his way back after breaking his leg. Henry plans to attend West Point or enlist in the United States Army. His advice to younger athletes: keep at it, even if you aren't the best in the room. Henry Blickon. She's cherished traveling with her team for overnight tournaments, watching the girls' wrestling program grow, and competing at the national tournament every year of her high school career. Sophia plans to wrestle in college, earn her bachelor's degree, and travel the world. Her advice to younger athletes is simple and powerful. Wrestling is the hardest sport you will ever do, but nothing compares to the rewards. Stick with it, even when everyone doubts you. Sophia Cervenak. Next up is senior Grace Diaz, who's being escorted by her parents, Johanna and Robert Diaz. Grace has been involved in wrestling as a manager and has shared her creativity through acting, baking, and photography. One of her favorite memories is picking up a camera for the wrestling program for the very first time, along with finding her voice and the confidence to believe in herself. Grace plans to attend SCAD, where she will pursue a degree in acting. A word of wisdom for others: be loud. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Do your job and do it well. Grace Diaz. Our next senior is Michael Ducote. He's escorted by his parents, Gina and Brian Ducote, and his brother, John. Michael competed in wrestling at 144, 150, and 157, and has been involved in Boy Scouts and Student Council, and enjoys volunteering at outreach and spending time with friends and family. One of Michael's most meaningful wrestling memories came after 5 years in the sport, when he won the CRWHEV tournament, the first tournament victory of his career. He's also especially proud of being selected as a black shirt, an honor recognizing his leadership, work ethic, and representation of the values of the Pacelli wrestling program. Michael plans to attend college, with the location to be determined. His words of wisdom: Wrestling is a means to an end. When you dedicate yourself to it, wrestling molds you into the best version of yourself and gives you the confidence and resilience needed to overcome future struggles. Michael Ducote. Avril Hobson's up next, being escorted this evening by her parents, April and Danny Hobson. Avril has served our wrestling program as a manager, bringing dedication, care, and heart to everything she does. Outside of wrestling, she enjoys reading, writing. For others, positive mindset will help you get through your toughest times. Avril Hobson. Isa Morales is our next senior. Her mom, Denise Morales, is escorting her tonight. Isa has served as a head student athletic trainer in the Pacelli Sports Medicine program and also works as a student intern with the Columbus River Dragons. Isa is proud to serve as a head student athletic trainer this year. In her free time, she enjoys reading, listening to music, and spending time with friends. After graduation, she plans to pursue a bachelor's degree in kinesiology and exercise science, along with a master's in athletic training and physical therapy, as well as a certification in sports psychology. Lisa leaves us with these words: cherish the time you have with your peers and athletes. They'll be some of the best friends you'll find. Isa Morales. Next up is Grace Rogers, who's being escorted by her parents, Christina and Ephraim Rogers. Grace has been a member of the wrestling program and enjoys art and drawing as well as theater. Grace is especially proud of helping create the girls' wrestling team we have today and seeing the role she's played in her teammates' growth. After graduation, she plans to attend college with her major still undecided. Her words of wisdom for others: take advantage of the moment. It's only there once. Grace Rogers. Andy Scott is being escorted by his mom and dad, Christine and Austin Scott. Andy's been involved in wrestling both as a competitor at 285 and 215 and as a manager, showing versatility and commitment to the team. Outside of wrestling, he enjoys kayaking, camping, and video games. Andy plans to attend college with a major yet to be decided, but he has a strong interest in history and the outdoors. A notable accomplishment, he is proud of recently earning the rank of Eagle Scout, a testament to his leadership, service, and dedication. His favorite wrestling memory is when he was a heavyweight getting to eat. His wise words for others are: stay on top of your off-season training. Andy Scott. Derek Swenson is our next senior and is being escorted this evening by his mom, Danielle Swenson. Derek joined our school this year and says he is proud to be a Viking. His favorite. Our final senior is student athletic trainer Serena Thornton. Serena is escorted this evening by her parents, Valerie and John Thornton. She's been involved in mock trial, student athletic training, volunteering, and enjoys spending time with friends and family. After graduation, Serena plans to attend college to study biomedical sciences and cybersecurity with hopes of becoming an occupational therapist. Her favorite memory is when the Vikings reclaimed the jug during her freshman year. Serena is especially proud of being named an AP Scholar in both 2024 and 2025 and receiving College Board national recognition. She leaves us with these words: life is what you make of it. And if you aren't having fun, then you're not trying. Let's give another round of applause for our class of 2026 Pacelli wrestlers.
As you just heard that ceremony there by Dave Plata here at St. Anne Pacelli High School, we'd like to, here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, we'd like to congratulate the class of 2026 coming out of St. Anne Pacelli. To a good group, good core of seniors here coming out of this great high school here in the middle of Columbus, Georgia. As now as the senior festivities end, we'll get ready for this next match upcoming between the Harris County Junior Varsity Squad and the St. Anne Pacelli High School Vikings. You see them take pictures, and we'll take a moment here to give them time to get ready. And I hope to see you back here in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Is here. Glenn Smith's closing out the year. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras. Get ready to smile.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
And we're back here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live in the Land Gymnasium at St. Anne Pacelli High School here as we get ready for the match between the Harris County Junior Varsity Squad and the St. Anne Pacelli Vikings. See, we're going to have starting off here. It'll be 106. It'll be Robert Wright for St. Anne Pacelli going against Cooper Smith of Harris County High School to start things off here in this match at the 106 weight class. Cooper Smith looking to get up underneath, and Wright trying to defend here. Both of them have control of the other one's left leg. Smith not letting go. And he gains control to get the 3 points there to get on top of Robert Wright. Works his way back on top to spin on top of Wright this time. Under a minute to go in the first period. As he's got the left hand of Robert Wright trying to spin him over onto his backside here. Get him off balance. Almost in a reversal there by Wright. Smith able to immediately get back in control and grab a hold of Robert Wright to keep from giving up the points. Keeping it 3-0 here with 20 seconds left in the first period of the 106 weight class. They both end up outside the circle. They'll restart back here in the center. 10 seconds left in the first period of this bout between the two 106 weight class and control. Official gets with Mr. Wright to find out where he wants to start, and he chooses to go neutral. So they'll both be standing to start the second period here. 3-0, Cooper Smith of Harris County in the black and the yellow. Robert Wright in the navy blue with the red trim. Wright trying to get control here, but Smith holding on to that right leg to keep from losing the control and getting the reversal. Wright with a hold of that left arm. And Cooper Smith able to battle out of it and get 3 points as he gains control now to make it 6-0. .105 left in the second period. And they'll both end up outside the circle, and they'll reset in the center here. Should be 6-0. Not sure if the people at the scorer's table are even watching the official at this point, but hopefully they'll start paying more attention as this match has just started here between Harris County and St. Anne Pacelli. Robert Wright in defensive position as Cooper Smith gets up on top of him again. A hold of that left arm, trying to roll Robert Wright over to his back. Able to defend it, and Cooper Smith gets back on top. He's trying to work that left hand up underneath, but Robert Wright defending well as he's got the left leg of Cooper Smith now. Eventually lets go of it as Cooper Smith spins around to get back on top. Trying to walk right over onto his back. As we're under 20 seconds, down to 15 seconds left in the second period. Still 6-0. Cooper Smith leading Robert Wright right now as he's trying to roll him over to his backside as he's up underneath that left arm, that right arm. Wright trying to keep those hips flipped, and he eventually runs out of time again there. Still 6-0. Cooper Smith on top of Robert Wright here at the 106 weight division. Get ready to start this third period. We'll be in neutral position to start. Robert Wright shoots up underneath Cooper Smith. Has a hold of his right leg. Smith trying to work on top. From onto his backside. Wright trying to keep his elevated, but he gets the pinfall regardless. Cooper Smith with 1:21 left in the third period. Gets the pinfall there, leading 9-0 to start things off here for the Harris County Tigers young team against Pacelli. As now we'll move to the 113 weight class. We'll find out who'll be wrestling here. I know Milo Cole will be wrestling for Harris County. It'll be Luke Burkhalter for Pacelli here at the 113 weight class. Immediately getting up underneath is Cole. And he gets 3 points on the takedown as he works his way back on top, standing, trying to find a way to get, and he lets Burkhalter up as Burkhalter gets an escape point to make it 3-1 now. 140, just 20 seconds into the first period. Trying to get a grip on one another, trying to find some kind of weakness in the other one to make a shoot. He throws him down to the ground, does Cole, gets Burkhalter down, has a hold around his neck, trying to roll him over onto his backside, ends up on top, 3 more points, making it 6-1 now, about a minute left in the first period here. Again, I don't believe anybody at the scores table is paying attention as they haven't put the points on the board yet. Oh, they just now did. They made it 8 instead of 6. There we go. 6-1 now in favor of Cole over Burkhalter. He's staying on top of him, not giving Burkhalter a whole lot of room to move here. As he's got that left arm underneath Burkhalter, and Burkhalter finally breaks it free. 15 seconds left in the first period. Still 6-1 Milo Cole on top. You're trying to walk him over, trying to get him to flip. Milo Cole in defensive position. Burkhalter trying to maintain his grip here. Burkhalter trying to keep a hold of that right hand of Cole and pin it to the ground so he can't stand. But Cole battling his way. Burkhalter now. But then Cole gets up on top, gets 2 points on the reversal and makes it 8-1 as he breaks free of the clutch of Burkhalter there. Able to roll out of it and get on top now with 1:15 left in the second period and an 8-1 lead. Milo Cole, left hand under the left hand of Burkhalter. Trying to keep him down, pinned to the ground, and find some way to access to get up underneath the shoulder and roll him over onto his backside. Whether it's the right or the left, he's just alternating sides to figure out which one he can get to. Under 30 seconds left in the second period here. Cole still in control of the match so far. And I got a warning for stalling on Burkhalter. Under 10 seconds left in the second period here with Cole still in control. And that'll end the second period now, still 8-1. Milo Cole with the lead, and they'll start off neutral in the third period. Milo Cole looks to get up underneath Burkhalter, has him by the leg, throws him down to the ground. Onto that left shoulder of Burkhalter there. Looks like he may have caused an injury. I saw the arm kind of bend the wrong way there.
With passion burning in my veins.
Seems to have suffered an injury on that takedown as he was lifted up into the air, landed on that left side, whether it was his shoulder, maybe he did a little bit of a sprain to the neck area, but you could tell he's injured. A young 8th grader fought hard, but unable to come away with it as Cole gets the victory there on that one in the second period with a score of a major decision, 11-1. As we get ready now for the 120 weight class, we'll have Jeff Knowlton for Harris County going against James Hogan for St. Anne Pacelli. Both of them with victories earlier today against Southern Prep Academy. So we'll see which one ends up undefeated and 2-0 on the night. Jeff Knowlton went for the takedown, unable to get it there. Lost control of the grip. Is now even up underneath, got a hold of that left leg of Hogan. Hogan trying to maintain control on top. And he gets 3 points as he gets control there to take the lead with 124 and counting in the first period. He's got a hold of that left arm of Knowlton right now, keeping him from being able to defend much as he's trying to roll him over onto his backside, but Knowlton able to fight his way out of it, get back on top, and get the 3-point takedown by Hogan. But Knowlton almost fought his way out of it there. Still 6-0 in favor of Hogan. Knowlton trying to battle his way and get away from it. He's able to get onto his front side and avoid the potential pinfall as Hogan had that left arm and was trying to roll him over onto his shoulder blades. Still with a grip underneath that left arm, not giving Knowlton a whole lot of wiggle room to move here. But Knowlton able to battle out of it once he gets on his backside and is able to avoid the pinfall, but it's still another 3 points for Hogan. So it's 9-0 for James Hogan over Jeff Knowlton here. Around 10 seconds left in the first period. Knowlton trying to battle out of it. We start the second in neutral position. Hogan trying to get up underneath Knowlton again. Knowlton trying to battle. Trying to stage a major comeback here in the second period. And it's another 3 points goes to Hogan as he ends up with a technical fall. 16-0 for James Hogan and the Pacelli Vikings. So there's 2 wins thus far. You had a pinfall by Cooper Smith, a major decision by Milo Cole, both for Harris County, and then Pacelli, St. Anne Pacelli's James Hogan with the technical fall in the second period. So right now it's 12-5 in favor of Harris County. And after the forfeit there at the 126 class, Valentine gets the victory for Harris County via the forfeit. That'll move us up to the 132 weight class. So that'll make it 18-5. Harris County over St. Anne Pacelli. We start the 132 weight class here. We'll have John Dean going against Michael Loomis. Loomis trying to get on top of Dean, able to take control here a little bit with that left arm around the neck of Loomis. But Loomis trying to work him over onto his backside there with that hand up underneath the left leg. Eventually gives up on that one now as Dean still with control of that neck of Loomis, but he lets go now initially with that left hand, and Loomis gets the 3 points as he gains control here. As he's trying to cradle John Dean, unable to get it. 1:05 left in the first period. Loomis still trying to work his hands up underneath Dean and try to find a way to get something in there and flip Dean over on that backside. Dean trying to play defense here, but Loomis trying to walk him over onto that backside for Loomis to make it 5-0. We're down to about 15 seconds left in the first period. And that's going to be the end of the first period as Loomis leads 5-0 here. Team score right now is Harris County 18, Pacelli 5. As we start the second period with Michael Loomis in defensive position, John Dean will be on top. He's got a hold of that left arm of Loomis right now. Loomis went for the escape, but Dean stayed on top of him. Fought most of that first period underneath Loomis. Seems to have still been able to keep his energy after having to battle off the mat the entire first 2 minutes of the match, basically. But Loomis trying to work his way around there and get Dean onto his back. Dean trying to battle and keep those legs up, but the hips will get tossed over. So a 2-point reversal goes to Loomis as he's trying to work Dean onto the mat now with a 7-0 lead. 1:05 left in the second period. Dean trying to keep those hips flipped so his shoulders can't get turned down. Loomis just walking him over onto his left side. And pinfall. Michael Loomis here in the second period gets the pin at the 132 weight class over John Dean. John Dean tried his best to battle there. Michael Loomis able to stay on top, get control, and get the pin there. As now we'll get ready for the 138 weight class. As I know we'll see Ben Campo for Harris County. It's Ben Campo. Donovan lost earlier tonight to the Southern Prep Academy wrestlers. Ben Campo got the victory, though, so we'll see what goes on here if Ben Campo can stay in top as he gets 3 points on the takedown and get in control. 1:40 left in the first period here. Still staying on top of him. You see Donovan trying to work his way out of it, but Ben Campo maintaining control as he's got a hold of that left arm there. But Pierce Donovan trying to roll over, but Campo able to maintain control there. As he's got that right leg of Donovan pinned down basically between his. Campo trying to roll Donovan over to his backside, and he does it. Let's see if he can get those two shoulders down long enough to get the pinfall here with 20 seconds left, and he gets it. Ben Campo with the pinfall, 20 seconds left in the first period. Over Pierce Donovan at the 138 weight class. That ups Harris County's lead now 24-11 over St. Anne Pacelli as we get ready to move on to the 144 weight division. And it looks like we're going to get Michael Ducote going against Logan Reinersman. Three points going to Ducote on the takedown. 1:45 left in the first period here. Ducote with a victory earlier. As well as Logan Reinersman. Both of them won their 144 match against Southern Prep earlier in the night. But right now, Ducote trying to work his way over on Reinersman. Reinersman able to defend it. Ducote staying on top here. Rolling Reinersman over to his backside there. Able to get out of it, but still another 4 points for Ducote. Makes it 11-0 here in the first period with 30 seconds left. Trying to maintain control as we get towards the end here of the first period is Ducote. As he stayed on top of Reinersman this entire first period of the match. And that's time for the first period. As we'll end it there with Ducote with the 11-0 lead over Reinersman. We'll start the second period with Ducote in defensive position. Reinersman will be on top. Ducote looking to work his way back on top. Reinersman back onto his front side there, but Ducote gets 2 points on the reversal as he gains control here, 13-0. 132 and counting in the second period. Ducote in firm control of this match thus far. Can Reinersman make another move to try to turn this thing around? Whistle blown by the official. A little bit of a restart as it seemed like things kind of went into a stalemate there. 1:04 left in the second period. 13-0 still for Michael Ducote. Both end up outside the circle there, but 1 point goes to Reinersman on the escape. Ducote able to get up and try to make a shoot there. Reinersman trying to get up underneath the jaw of Ducote. Now Ducote able to flip, trying to roll Reinersman onto his backside there. Reinersman able to get back on top. Still 13-1 as we're under 10 seconds in the second period. Yeah, 3 points as Ducote takes control. So at the end of the second period, that's going to be a technical foul for Mr. Ducote as he takes the victory. 16-1 over Logan Reinersman at the 144 weight class. Now we move on to the 150 here. Harris County. Will be up 24-16 as we go into the 150 match. It'll be Jose Ayerdi for Pacelli and Clark Assam for Harris County. Again, 24-16, Harris County leads as far as team scores go. We've seen 3 pinfalls, 2 technical falls, and a major decision, as well as 1 forfeit for Harris County. That's where 6 of those points came from, with Louis Valentin winning via forfeit. Nobody able to wrestle him at the 126 weight class. It's Clark Assam and Jose Ayerdi are going at it on the mat now at the 150 weight class. Still 0-0 as we're closing in on 1:10 left in the first period. Assam with a hold of the left leg, and he's able to get Ayerdi down to the ground. Ayerdi unable to, and 3 points going to Assam as he finally gains control there when Ayerdi let go of the arm. (3-0) for Clark Assam now. After gaining control as he's trying to work his way, being on top of Ayerdi. Under 30 seconds left to go in the first period here. He's got that left arm of Ayerdi trying to roll it. Assam leading 3-0 for the Harris County Junior Varsity squad here against St. Anne Pacelli. And they're going to start this second period off neutral as Ayerdi declined or deferred his decision to let Clark Assam choose, and he chooses neutral to start this period off with a 3-0 lead for the young Harris County Tiger. Ayerdi tries to shoot, defended by Assam. Now Assam trying to work his way to get Ayerdi to the ground with a hold of his right leg, trying to flip him over, ends up getting on top of him. He's got Ayerdi on that left shoulder. He's trying to work his way on top, getting that right leg. And Ayerdi gets Assam down to the ground as he flips over on him. A great turn of events. 46 seconds left in the second period as Ayerdi gets the pinfall. Assam leading the entire time, even had Ayerdi down to the ground, was going for the finishing move there. a Yardy able to make the right decision there and get it around and get on top, flipping Assam to the ground, getting the pinfall there with 46 seconds left in the second period. And that closes the lead down for Harris County now to 24-22 as we move on to the 157 weight class. We'll see who chooses to wrestle here, and we'll have Carter Dixon for Pacelli going against Caden McClung of Harris County. Three points as Dixon takes control, and then an escape point by McClung as he gets up off the mat. Got another 3 points in one as it goes to 6-2 now. As Dixon takes McClung to the ground to get another 3 points to make it 9-2. And another point as McClung gets up to get the escape. 9-3. And gets McClung down to the ground as he's trying to get that left shoulder. And he gets the pinfall with 52 seconds left in the first period. And that puts Pacelli in the lead now. That'll make it 28-24 Pacelli. As the Vikings take the lead now over Harris County after that 157 match. Now we'll move on to the 165. It'll be Donnie Bush for Harris County and Blicken for Pacelli. Quick 3 points for Blickon. 3-0 now. 1:35 left in the first period. Over Donnie Bush. He's trying to walk him over to that right, get that right shoulder down to the ground. Bush trying to keep those hips flipped and avoid the pinfall here. Blickon staying on top of him, working his way up that upper body and getting the weight down. You see him get up underneath. See the official down there trying to see that shoulder if it touches the ground. Bush somehow able to control it enough right now to be able to keep that shoulder off the ground. A lot of energy being exerted underneath right now, trying to avoid that pinfall. Pinfall. 23 seconds left in the first period. Another pin for the St. Anne Pacelli Vikings as they extend their newly taken lead to make it 34-24. And that'll quickly go away as Carpenter gets let's make sure we got that one right here. 190. All right, so what it seems like is 190 went to Harris County on the forfeit. 215 went to Pacelli. And now we're at the 285, the last match of the night between Trey Anderson of Harris County and Liam Leach of St. Anne Pacelli. So I believe right now it's 40-36. Sorry, Liam Lurch of St. Anne Pacelli, Trey Anderson of Harris County. Liam Lurch lost earlier in the evening to Braylon Harris of Southern Prep. Trey Anderson ended up getting the victory over that same wrestler. We'll see how the outcomes happen here. A victory by Lurch gives St. Anne Pacelli the win. A victory by Trey Anderson gives Harris County the win. If it's a major decision or better. As Davidson goes to shoot, Lurch trying to defend as he sprawls. 1:12 left in the first period. Trying to work his way over on top of Anderson. Anderson keeping his hips flipped and his face down, keeping his chest to the mat. Trying to avoid being rolled over by Lurch. Anderson with a hold of that left leg of Liam Lurch now as he's trying to, and he gets over. Tries to get the reversal here as he's got the legs of Lurch now. As Lurch tries to work his way outside the circle. 3 points as Anderson the victory, giving Harris County the win. That'll make it 42 for Harris County, 40 for St. Anne Pacelli. So Harris County's junior varsity comes in and takes the 42-40 victory over St. Anne Pacelli. Now it looks like we're going to get another extra match in here. Get a little bit of practice for some of these other young guys. Harris County ends up 42-40 with the victory for the junior varsity squad over the reigning GIAA state champ, St. Anne Pacelli. So we got John Ducote going against Keller Mitchell now. Three points for John Ducote here, a minute and a half remaining in the first period. Hands underneath the right leg of Mitchell now. Mitchell trying to keep his hips flipped, but Ducote rolling on top, but then Mitchell able to fight his way out of it. And 1 point on the escape by Keller Mitchell. Looking to get control of Ducote here with a hold of that left arm and trying to roll him over to his backside and gain control. 3 points on the takedown by Mitchell there to get a 4-3 lead now with under a minute to go in the first period. They had 1 point, 2 points on the escape now. And a reversal by John Ducote, making it 5-4. 30 seconds left in the first period. Ducote trying to find some kind of window of opportunity to get up underneath Mitchell. Mitchell trying to play defense from underneath here. He's got a hold of that right arm of Ducote. He finally lets go of it. As Ducote's got a hold of that left one, trying to pin it back and roll Mitchell over onto that backside. But they run out of time at the end of the first period. But he gets 4 points on the near fall, does Ducote. to make it 9-4 now for the young Viking going against Keller Mitchell. Ducote goes in for the shot, takes it, gets 3 more points to make it 12-4. Getting the takedown and control. You see Keller Mitchell trying to work his way out of it, but Ducote all over him here towards the edge of the circle. Trying to roll Mitchell over onto that backside there. Able to get him there, but can Mitchell get his hips flipped and keep those shoulder blades off the mat? His left arm right in, he rolls back over on top of Ducote, and they both end up outside the circle where they're reset with 54 seconds left in the second period. 2 points on the reversal by Keller Mitchell to make it 12-6 now. Start back with Ducote in defensive position. Mitchell on top. Now Ducote ends up back on top. 2 points and a reversal. And Ducote working Mitchell down to the mat. Gives 2 shoulders down. Pinfall. 20 seconds left in the period. John Ducote gets the pinfall over Keller Mitchell. Little extra match there just for S's and G's, I guess you could say. But Harris County's junior varsity takes the win over St. Anne Pacelli 42-40 as they come in here on senior night. Great festivities going on tonight between the rings ceremony and senior night going on. Mr. Dave Plata doing a great job of getting that done for us and get that done for the St. Anne Pacelli High School here. Glad we were able to broadcast that. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Coca-Cola, Houston Clinic. Thank you to all the people here at St. Anne Pacelli for being gracious hosts and having us here. And we'll see you on Friday night upcoming as we got basketball still going on, I believe, on the other channels. But on Friday night, we'll be at Brookstone for another wrestling match between Pacelli and the Brookstone Cougars at Brookstone. Again, for Ricky Rogers producing tonight, this is Mike Frost, and we'll see you next time on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.